team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on another SEC rival, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So North Carolina's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Grab behind the line. It's Eakin. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got him. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This is has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really blowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, North Carolina.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So Texas A&M's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're throwing the swing pass to the back, just trying to get him the ball in space to see if he can make people miss. That time, though, the defense, nice job with the tackle.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if his quarterback goes his way again.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Suggs. And he pumps it up inside the 20. And the defense defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, Auburn and Georgia have just wrapped up the Deep South's oldest rivalry. Here's a look at the latest chapter. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Nice job by the defense staying to lead to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and the offense has a negative point.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Hicks. Couldn't ask for much more there, a first down. The 42.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
To the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Eakin. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Wants to throw again. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's McNabb. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they are going to be gassed.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Works the middle of the field. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Rides the back on the option to give. Touchdown, UNC! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. It's complete, and a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
Number 13 on to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quick strike complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Gives it on the option. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. They'll line up to go for 2. Goes to the option. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Texas A&M going up tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He makes the grab. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
Number 13 in punt formation to kick it away.
He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
2nd down, he'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He wants to change this route. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you?
And the Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one.
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Running behind that left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
And the Aggies are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Find some fresh air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Moncrief. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him and get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Surging forward on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll take the deep shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught, it's Cook. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Short throw to the sideline is caught. He's out of bounds, and they'll move the chains with a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going?
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, UNC! And the route is on.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, man. Not good.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game day.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Rushes on him. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Okay, ready? Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Texas A&M,
6. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Great job by the back on the option. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Tulsa. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Going with the ground game left. The tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Going to the ground. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Complete out of the backfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job back seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football. Leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll run it from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's McNabb. Defense picks it up. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way.
Okay,
The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, North Carolina.
And the Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, North Carolina. And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And he... extra point.
North Carolina, 39. Texas A&M, 13.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Lots of running room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time. Down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it's sometimes he
breaks into the open. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Here's a heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Bringing the heat. Working that left side. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They've got the screen set up, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fleming. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, 4th and goal. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
On the direct snap, it's Hicks. There he goes. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. On the direct snap, it's Hicks. Finds his man. He's loose down the middle. And And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.